A very good morning and welcome you all, my dear students. It's Anju ma'am here. So, this is the second part of the enemy. Before explaining the second part, I am summarizing the first part in very brief manner. So, in first part of the video, I have already explained you about Dr. Sadao Hoki, who was a famous and established Japanese doctor. His house was built on a spot at Japanese coast. When he was child, he used to climb on pine trees, watched islands, and played along the coast. A stone house located upon rocks. He had been sent to America at the age of 22 to learn surgery and medicine. His education was main concern of his father. So, at 22 years, he went to America and returned after 8 years, became a surgeon and scientist. He had fulfilled the dream of his father. And the story is mentioned at the time when the war was going on between Japan and America. This was Second World War time. It is the time of Second World War and Japan was at war with America. So, an American prisoner of war gets washed away to the doorsteps of Japanese doctor Sadao Hoki. So now it was the choice. There was dilemma in his mind what to do. The choice was very hard for him and his wife. Should they hand him over to the police or save him from dying? And Dr. Sadao was not sent with the troop. The reason general might need him. He was an expert. Dr. Sadao Hoki was perfecting a discovery that would render bones entirely clean. So at that time, he was not sent with troop. General was self-centered. He was selfish. He was very much concerned about his own health rather than nation. So he didn't send him with troop. He needed urgent medical help, operation any time. Secondly, he had no trust on any other surgeon. His wife Hana, she was very pleasant, affectionate, loving, caring, dutiful wife. Sadao met Hana at Professor Harley's house in America. So he didn't take decision to marry her heedlessly. Sadao's father believed that a person's future depends on what he makes it. Dr. Sadao made his career and after the consent of his father, he married Hana in pure Japanese manner. Hana was dutiful wife. So she helped her husband at the time to save the life of that person. Now I am just going to summarize few points. It was misty night. A person who he was staggering. When Hana and Sadao, they stood on their balcony. Through railing they saw that staggering body appeared. They saw a person. He was staggering. It was not clear due to mist. The person was wounded and he collapsed. When they came down and they saw that he was a wounded man, he was an American prisoner of war. He was their enemy. Dr. Sadao and Hannah carried him to father's bedroom and washed by Hannah because Yumi, their maidservant, refused to wash him because he was their enemy. So they sheltered the white man. The couple was in a fix because all Americans were their enemies. If he were healthy, they could turn him over to the police, but he was badly wounded. His condition was critical. He would die unless he was operated on. At any rate, something was to be done with him. Their servants were very much frightened at what their master had just told them. They thought their master should not heal the wound of the white man. Yumi refused to wash. A white man returned to her work. So Hannah herself washed him, face with steaming hot water carefully. So he had been operated by Dr. Sadao and Hannah held the anesthetic. Hannah, though she became very nervous, but like obedient wife, when she saw that her husband was taking risk of his career, his life in order to save the person. So finally she gave him anesthesia and she helped him. He had been operated by Sadao and bullet removed from near the kidney. In this way, Dr. Sadao saved his life. Sadao asked Hannah to help him to turn man. She obeyed. She was asked to give the anesthetic if needed. Though she became very nervous, but she helped him a lot. Bullet was still there. The person had lost much blood. Hannah couldn't bear the sight. She ran out of the room. She had never seen an operation earlier. Dr. Sadao went on with his work. She came with a bottle and some cotton in her hand. Then with a very clean and precise incision, bullet was taken out. The man was quivering, but he was still unconscious. Now he was out of danger. He only muttered a few words in English. The person he was unconscious, he didn't know where was he. Dr. Sadao declared men would live in spite of all. So in this way Dr. Sadao saved his life. He was feeble and he was very weak. And their servants, they were very much afraid, threatened, and they warned them to leave. There was conflict between duty as a doctor and duty as a true patriot. Dr. Sadao, he was a famous, well-established surgeon. But there was conflict in his mind. He couldn't decide what to do. Whether he should save the life of that person whose condition was critical, or he should leave him. So it was no doubt very difficult choice to make for him. He realized the best way for him was to put the wounded American back into the sea. But human feelings and ethics of his profession overpowered him. He fully realized that he put his and his wife's life in danger if he didn't hand over the wounded American to police. After all, he aside all his doubts and obstacles, dedicated doctor and his kind-hearted wife Hannah operated on the enemy soldier and also helped him to escape to freedom. So, in this way, Pearl S. Buck's story, The Enemy, gives a definite message. Basic human goodness overpowers all other factors. Narrow consideration of race and color put restrictions. Even blind nationalism sometimes turns to be divisive. But for a doctor like Dr. Sadao, life of human being is of prime importance. Even a dying enemy has to be saved. American prisoner of war was an enemy soldier. So basic human goodness overpowers Dr. Sadao, and he saved the life of wounded prisoner of war, risking his own life. And now I am just going to explain about General's idea. General Takima, he was very merciless person. He was very cruel. So the old general, he was sick. He knew that Sadao was indispensable to him. He didn't want Dr. Sadao to be arrested. What would happen if he was condemned to death? Next day he would have to have his operation. He didn't trust any other surgeons. So General suggested a plan. He suggested Dr. Sadao that it would be best if the American prisoner of war could be quietly killed. He had his own private assassins. He could send two of them to his house at night. Sadao agreed that it would be very natural. So, dear students, General Takima, he was very selfish, self-centered. He suggested that he would send his own private assassins that night, and they are expert in killing, and they would kill him. In this way, he could get rid of from the prisoner of war. So, this is an example of dereliction of duty. General Takima, he was more concerned about his own health rather than his nation. So, General offered to help and send assassins. He promised him assassins would kill and remove his body. Prisoners quietly. 3 nights passed, no assassins turned up. Might be possible that he had forgot to fulfill his promise. Dr. Sadao gave the prisoner a boat. Dr. Sadao helped the American prisoner to escape. Sadao thought over the general's plan. Whole thing could go out of his hands. He didn't tell anything to Hannah. Next morning he went to the guest room. He thought of putting his own boat on the shore that night with food and extra clothing in it. American might be able to row to that little island not far from the coast. So Dr. Sadao gave the prisoner a boat, extra food, clothing, bottled water, and a flashlight, and covered his hair with black cloth in a pure Japanese style. He directed him to row to an uninhabited island. No one was living there, and the place it could be safe for him. He asked him to wait for Korean fishing boat. He told him to flash the torch twice if there was shortage of food, and flash it once if he was all right. In this way, he gave him some instructions. He told him that he gave him some necessary instructions to him. If his food ran out before he caught a Korean boat, he could signal him 2 flashes. Young American shook Sadao's hand warmly and walked down into the darkness of the garden. Dr. Sadao informed the general that young man had escaped from his home. General had promised Sadao to get him killed, but due to his own illness, might be possible he forgot to respect his promise. Dr. Sadao got his reward. He didn't receive any signal. In this way, he saved the life of that person 2 times. First time by operating him, and second time helping him to escape when he didn't receive any signal. So this is the indication that the prisoner had gone safe. Sadao remembered that he had a lot of difficulty in finding a place to live in America because he was a Japanese. Americans were full of prejudice. White people were repulsive, but it was a relief to be openly at war with them at last. So that he had failed in doing his duty, General told him towards his country and justifies his action that it was due to ill health and not due to lack of patriotism. So dear students, this is beautiful story. It has given a definite message that basic human goodness overpowers all other factors. Narrow considerations of race and color put restrictions. Even blind nationalism sometimes turns to be divisive. Dr. Sadao and his dutiful wife rise above narrow considerations of race and nationality. They face stiff opposition from their servants. Yumi even refused to wash the bones of a white man. Dr. Sadao performs an operation on the enemy soldier. He brings him out of the jaws of death. Not only that, he ensures the safe escape of enemy soldier to freedom. So, very rarely do we come across a person who is an epitome of patriotism as well as professional dedication. Dr. Sadao was such a unique person like his father. He was proud of Japan and its achievements. He was brought up in a family where traditional and cultural values dominated over modernism. Even when he was in America, he didn't marry a foreigner. He married Hana when he became sure that she was pure Japanese race. This clearly shows his deep respect and love for Japan and Japanese way of life. So he was an epitome of patriotism as well as professionalism. He was a dedicated, devoted doctor. This clearly shows his deep respect towards his love towards his country. Even the marriage had been performed in old Japanese way. He knew Japan was at war with America. All Americans were his enemies. Had Tom not been wounded, Sadao would have handed him over to the police without any difficulty. So Dr. Sadao helped him to escape to freedom. Rarely do we see such an example of high patriotism and professional dedication in an individual. By showing his total devotion to the wounded American soldier, he proved human values are far above any other value system. So I hope you can understand well, and I am giving you worksheet here. So give two reasons why Sadao was not sent abroad with the troops. You have to mention any two. And next is given, what did servants think of Dr. Sadao sheltering the enemy? Servants, they were traditional, orthodox, superstitious. They didn't like idea that their master should heal the person or shelter the enemy soldier, because they hated enemy. So Hannah plays an instrument role in saving the life of an injured person. Give an account of her role in light of above statement. Dr. Sadao and Hannah both showed an example of devotion, determination, and they were epitome of sacrifice. By risking their own lives and career, both tried their best effort to save the life of that person. True humanity overpowers prejudice and has no barriers. So here are some questions for your own practice. So I hope you can understand well. So whole story revolves around the basic goodness among human beings. It means that Dr. Sadao and Hannah both rise above narrow consideration of race and nationalities. They face stiff opposition from their servants, but basic good human goodness overpowers on them. Dr. Sadao saves the life of wounded prisoner of war, risking his own life and reputation. Thank you very much for listening and sparing your time. If any query, you can inbox me and keep connected. Thank you, everyone.